There we go.
Just
Hey,
has a song
folks.
loop.
Yeah, I know it's the loop. Adam here, Brennan here. We're going
Hey,
live talking about this potential blizzard. Oh dear. It looks rough. So we're gonna have to dive deep into it here, but yeah, this is your just go straight to the map right away. Let's straight to Brennan's maps. He's got three different images for us to take a peek at. We're gonna take a dive into the models. Some are talking about a boatload of snow. Some are talking about maybe a little bit less. But all of them are talking about really strong winds. A lot of ice pellets potentially in the deep southwest as well too. So as you can see, this is kind of like the winter storm impact image here. Blizzard conditions for a good swath of the region, potentially as far north as Barrie and Collingwood, Tweed, maybe Brockville, Kingston, Prince Edward County, Peterborough, Newmarket, Toronto, Guelph, Hamilton, Kitchener-Waterloo, Orangeville, Hanover, Kincardine, Goderich, Grand Bend, Sarnia, London. And I think I got them all that are in red there. When we go to the orange area, we're talking about heavy ice pellets and snow. So it's going to start as ice pellets and it should transition over to snow at that point in time. And you're looking at Chatham, Kent, Windsor. Sorry that Windsor's blocked by our little live logo. We just realized that at the last second, but we will tweak that for next time. But you can see that dot that's hanging out where Windsor should be. Leamington, Chatham, Kent. Well, there you go. Perfect. Thank you, Brennan. St. Thomas is on the borderline there. Tillsonburg, Brantford, and St. Catharines. And then it should be mainly mixed precipitation south of that. So basically areas that are just north of Lake Erie. So you're talking about, St. Thomas and maybe Fort Erie, those types of places as well too. So yeah, so that's what we are dealing with, and that is your impact map. So I'm going to switch over now to the snowfall map, which looks very colorful, Brennan. It's definitely colorful. Let's
it
go take a
definitely
peek at
is.
that. It is colorful. My goodness. Here is your snowfall map. It looks not great. I'm sure you've been following along in our app as well too. Side note: if you have not downloaded it, please go download our new app. We just released a new version of it with some cool map upgrades and our new easy report weather bar. So if you hit the little report weather button, it just brings up this super easy thing. You click more, and it gives you a whole bunch of options. You tap it, and you're done. And if you mess up, you can always go to modify, and you can tweak it. But yeah, but download our free app. You can get it at instantweatherapp.com or instantweather.ca/app. But yeah, so let's take a look at this map. Areas in red we'll talk about first, which is the GTA, the Hamilton regions, Woodstock, Kitchener-Waterloo, Brantford, Orangeville, Newmarket, Prince Edward County, Kingston. There is a little bit of a situation here, as you can see, this kind of dashed dark line. Side note: I always mention this, but if you're watching our live stream and your phone's like this, like turn it sideways, and then you'll get the full screen, and you'll be able to see the city names a lot easier. That might be trickier for our folks who are joining us here on TikTok, because on TikTok we're this big, and if you turn your phone, I don't know, actually I think it still should work. I think it still should work on TikTok. There might be a button there that has like a phone standing up and a phone sideways, and you like hit it, and it turns it. So we're on TikTok for now until it gets banned. But so far it's still alive. So we're on the tickety talks. So if you see this dashed dark line here, you can see that those particular areas, and Brennan made a note at the bottom here, due to the potential for ice pellets, some locations may receive less accumulation of snowfall than forecasted. And that is because sometimes the ice pellets can influence the snowfall totals on the model. So if you're looking at those areas like Toronto, like Woodstock, Kitchener-Waterloo, Brantford, your snowfall totals might be a little bit less than the 20 to 35 centimeters you're seeing here. That's a pretty wide range, and that's probably likely due to the fact that there's going to be quite a bit of ice pellets as well too. But even those areas, even if there is a lot of ice pellets, you can still see 10, 15, 20 centimeters of snowfall in some areas. So that, along with the intense wind gusts, it's going to be some brutal conditions. It's possible that we're going to be dealing with we might get to that criteria of briefly hitting blizzard potential. So that's not great. Nobody wants that. But the timing is interesting, because the timing is kind of starts in the afternoon. We'll go through the models and we'll take a look at the different timing from the American model to the Canadian to the European. But it starts basically, if you're checking out the app, it's for some folks it's in the afternoon. For some folks it doesn't start until the evening, especially in the East. But yeah, so it's kind of overnight Friday into Saturday. So it's better than it like peaking at rush hour or something like that. But it might peak at rush hour for those in the west. Might be not great conditions for that evening commute. So we'll see what happens here. Brennan, did you get a chance to do a bus cancellation forecast yet, or is that something you're still working on?
There isn't a chance of school bus cancellations tomorrow because the storm starts like late afternoon into the evening.
Late afternoon to the evening. Okay, so you think it's pretty much unlikely,
Yeah.
for the Friday. Okay, all right, good stuff. Good stuff. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, so let's. Where the heck was I? Oh, okay. So I talked about the red region. Let's talk about purple, which is going to include London, Sarnia, Tillsonburg, St. Catharines, Niagara, Goderich, Hanover, Collingwood, Barrie. Shout out to my peeps in the B dot. Tweed. That was horrible. Peterborough, Brockville, and those particular regions, you're looking at maybe 15 to 25 centimeters. But as you can see with that dashed outline for London, for St. Thomas, for Sarnia, for Tillsonburg, and for Niagara and St. Catharines, there is a chance that ice pellets could influence those totals. So you could possibly get less. But yeah, 15 to 25 centimeters for you. And so it's not necessarily the snowfall totals here that are the problem. I mean, for some areas it's going to be, especially if the snowfall totals even get close to 20 centimeters and potentially hit 35 for like Toronto. That's a lot for the city. So a lot to deal with. Which is, so many buildings, so many people, so close. It's not the greatest situation, but it's more of the whiteout conditions, the wind plus the snow. It is looking like pretty intense low pressure as well too. We'll see that on the weather, the models here. Heather says it's gonna stick. B dot, love my yeah, the B dot. Anyways, I don't know where I pulled out the B dot from, but okay. In pink, 10 to 20 centimeters. So Windsor, Chatham, Leamington, St. Thomas, again, is on like the borderline there, and Fort Erie areas. You're looking at probably a lot of ice pellets, but 10 to 20 centimeters. But it starts off definitely as ice pellets on the model for sure. So mixed precipitation like sleet, ice pellets, maybe a little bit of freezing rain, but more towards the ice pellets. At least it's looking like at this point in time. So, sorry, I'm just trying to read through some of your comments. Crystal comes in with a rock solid winter sucks and a laughing face. And looks like she's jamming out some tunes there. Thank you, Crystal. Appreciate that. Let's see here. James says, not much for Ottawa. So, Ottawa's in the 10 to 20 centimeters realm. So is Cornwall, Smith Falls, and Orillia, Midland, and Owen Sound and Kincardine. And that's in that kind of pink area there, pinkish purple. And then a little bit further to the north, you're talking like Bracebridge, Huntsville, Bancroft, Renfrew, and Pembroke, 6 to 12 centimeters. So it's an average Friday in Muskoka. And then Sunridge, Algonquin Park, Parry Sound, Petawawa, 4 to 8 centimeters. And the further you go north, trace amounts to a few centimeters for Sudbury, North Bay, Elliott Lake, Espanola, and Britt. So there's that. And then Brendan actually came up with a really cool image here. I'm going to bring it up. Give me just 1 second. I have it right here. Aha! It's colorful, and it has meaning. So let's talk about it. Oh, you can see the legend at the top there. Snowfall intensity. So blue is less intense. Gray, just so you know, we always get the question, what does gray mean on our maps? Not lately, because the maps have been very colorful, but occasionally when something is very isolated, the rest of the map is gray. And we always get the question, what does gray mean? And for some reason, we've never added gray to the legend. We like that question. I don't know why we like it. But anyways, gray means nothing. Or probably nothing. But yeah, that's the same thing we see here. So the gray areas are basically nothing. Light is going to be blue. And then as you get into the pink, you're talking kind of a medium intensity. As you get up to the purple and the red, we're getting into heavy intensity there. So you can see the different regions, the deep southwestern Ontario, Windsor, Leamington, Chatham, Kent, Sarnia. You're looking at kind of late, so it's the 12 to 6 p.m. It kind of starts in the afternoon. It gets heavier towards the evening. So the evening commute in deep southwestern Ontario could be pretty sketchy. 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. it definitely gets heavier. 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. it gets to its peak somewhere in the middle there, probably around 2, 3 a.m. And then it should start tapering off by Saturday morning, 6 a.m. till noon. So let's see here. Hold on. Anne's got a question I just saw in the corner of my eye. Are you confident in the model? Chance of shift either to the north affecting Bancroft area more or south of the Great Lakes? Most of the models are pretty much locked in at this point in time. We're really close to the event, and it looks pretty solid. I mean, there's always an opportunity for things to shift slightly, but I don't think there's going to be some drastic, shift where like Bancroft really overperforms or a shift the other way. Now, again, saying that, some of the snowfall totals are actually the Canadian model is actually quite a bit less than the American model. So I think it's probably forecasting less for Bancroft, I would think, but we'll take a deep dive
Yeah,
into that and
Bancroft is
see.
kind of like right on the line of the most northern part of the storm, so it's kind of could go either way.
Okay, that
So
makes sense.
a shift further to the north would definitely mean more snow for Bancroft, like
For
probably up
Bancroft?
to like 20 centimeters. Like the
Oh,
Euro
okay.
model shows like 20 centimeters, but
Yeah, the
like,
Euro's impressive. Yep.
but
Yeah,
like the her shows like 2 centimeters. So there's like a
I think so.
high variance with this storm.
Okay. Oh, that's good to know. Perfect. I know you've done a little bit of a deeper dive into the models than I have. I just took a quick glance, but this is just like the last live stream. This is Adam's live reactions to the models.
Well, 00Z will be coming in soon, so we'll be able to get
Yeah,
that.
that's right. It's already in for her, I believe. And then, so for those who are wondering, when we say her, we mean the rapid refresh. We
Maybe
refer
I
to it
should
as
do a live
the American
reaction.
model. Yeah, you could do a live reaction too, where you go, "Oh no, the forecast is way." Oh no, I'm sure it's fine. Okay, so let's take a peek here. Just looking at. Oh, Mars has a good comment. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I think many of us feel this way, and I think you've encapsulated the community within your many H's. Thank you for that
I
comment.
think
Appreciate it.
some
Okay, so
community members would choose a different word, but
perhaps, yeah, perhaps.
perhaps.
Actually, it would be a blend of a different word, and then it would end with that. And then, anyways, let's not talk about it. Okay, so southwestern Ontario, London, Brantford, Kitchener, Waterloo, and Goderich. You can see basically as you go further east. On the left, we go from the deep southwest all the way to the Ottawa Valley on the very bottom there. So you can see the timing goes down in a diagonal path here. So areas in the east, so eastern Ontario is not really seeing the storm until the evening, and until overnight, basically into the morning hours. But they will see it continue into the morning, potentially to those who do have to travel on Saturday morning, and then slowly tapering off into the afternoon. But so southwestern Ontario, it peaks out probably. It looks like in this particular graph around maybe 9, 10-ish, 11-ish or so. The Golden Horseshoe, so the GTA, Toronto, Hamilton, Niagara region, it peaks out closer to midnight. It would be the strongest, most intense conditions. Central areas like Barrie, Owen Sound, Muskoka, and Peterborough, you're looking at, it doesn't really hit a crazy high peak like those other regions, but the strongest potential is probably into the midnight hours for sure. That's what was showing on the app as well too when I was checking for Barrie. Southeastern Ontario, so Kingston, Belleville, Brockville, and Cornwall. The most intense peak is going to be around midnight or 1 or 2, 3 a.m. 3 a.m. And then again, Ottawa Valley. The strongest part of the storm for them is going to be midnight to 6, 7, 8 a.m. or so. So if you do have to travel in the morning on Saturday, or if you do have to travel in the evening on Friday, there's going to be some pretty nasty conditions. That's basically what we're looking at here. So, yeah, thanks for these awesome images, by the way. Brendan, look great. Looks good. Okay, so
Some people are
yeah,
asking about the snow day forecast. Like I said earlier, that it's unlikely because the most of the event's going to start like later in the afternoon into the evening. Like if you look at the
yeah,
timeline map, it's mostly after 6 p.m. that we're concerned about. So I'll put this up. If you want to look at our snow day forecast, which is basically just all gray today, you can go to instantweather.ca/snow/day.
yeah, yeah. So, Brendan, what does gray mean?
Oh boy. Do you
Oh
really
boy,
want to
right?
get started on that this early
No,
in the
let's
stream?
no, let's not. So yeah, as Brendan
Oh,
said, instant. Sorry, go ahead. What were you
I'll
gonna say?
show you what I'm wearing so you can get an
Oh,
idea of
yeah. Maybe it's a good thing you don't. So the daily snow day forecast, just so you know, you can go to instantweather.ca/snow-day. And it's a good thing to bookmark that too, because Brendan updates that daily. So a lot of folks just sit there and hit F5 on their keyboard or hit refresh on their browser like 1,000 times over, just waiting for that to happen. And the longer you're on that website, the more ad revenue we get. So, if you want to have that website open all day long, that would be fantastic. Thank
Yeah,
you
and
to all those
something
who support us. We
interesting I
appreciate it.
noticed is if you just Google snow day forecast Ontario, it's actually literally at the top of Google.
Yeah. So, and actually, and you were looking at traffic. Somehow, we've always got 95% of our traffic from like social media, but somehow we got as much traffic from straight up Google as we did from like Facebook and Twitter and stuff, which is insane. So that's pretty impressive. But yeah, we've taken over. We've taken over the Google search for snow day forecast. So thank you to everybody for sharing that and getting the word out on it. We really, really appreciate it. It's awesome. Cool. So let's take a look at some of these models. I did want to do a deep dive here. Do I have this set up? I don't know. So give me 1 second here. I'll just make sure I have this set up properly before I switch into something that's not going to work. It's pretty close to looking good. 1 second here. There we go. Why doesn't it like me? 1 second here. That's weird. Okay. Does it not like me still?
Your audio is like a bit fuzzy.
Was it getting fuzzy there? No, I'm talking too quiet.
It could be on my side.
Strange. No, it's probably me. Me and my endless brutal issues with audio. Is it me? At least I haven't frozen yet. So
oh yeah, the team's confirming it.
Oh, is it me for sure? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, these things happen. Okay, let me see if I can get this up here. I should be able to bring this up here. 1 second here. I think. Is it better now? Okay, perfect. But how come this is not working? It doesn't like me. All right, that's fine. We'll just go back to Brendan's maps. I better not freeze. I'll be mad. So I did some research. I'm gonna work on this. Give me a second. I did some research and I think I fixed my issues with OBS. So let's cross our fingers that that's the case. But this is again your impact map. I know you're the one who brought it up. All right, let's answer some questions. We'll get into that first, and I'll do some experimenting to see if I can get this to work here. Okay, Jennifer says Simcoe. I think she's referring to Simcoe, the town of Simcoe, not Simcoe. I don't think she's referring to Simcoe County. So if that's what you're referring to, Jennifer, yeah, it looks like you're mainly ice pellets and some snowfall. Brendan, do you mind killing that app link as well too? By the way, again, if you have not done so already, please download our free app. And also, if you do use our app, go update it because there's a new update available. You can tell if you have the update or not. If you scroll to the very bottom of the app and look at the version number, it should be 1.0.676. If you have anything but 676, head over to the App Store, instantweatherapp.com, and find it on either Google Play or on the Apple App Store, and download the new version. Pretty please. Pretty please. Oh, so is it better now? The audio's better? Jennifer says, it's an awesome app. Thank you so much, Jennifer. I appreciate it. Thank you kindly. So, yeah, this is the overall impact. Let's see here. Oh, Heather says, can you bring up that last screen for a second, please? We'll go back through the images again. Just for folks who are just joining the live stream now, we'll go back through the images here. Teresa is asking about Shelburne. Shelburne being north of Orangeville there. Yeah, there's a pretty solid chance of blizzard conditions for your area. So I would say, yeah, it's going to be pretty intense. Tracy says, your maps are always the best. Thank you so much, Tracy. Appreciate it. Thank you kindly. Kim says, with the new update, it actually works on my Samsung Note 10 Plus. Cool. Yeah, it's actually solved a lot of issues for folks that were having problems with the map systems we had before. This particular one has basically solved them all. The only random issue is that sometimes people say the play button is like hidden at the bottom of the app. For some folks, they've deleted the app and reinstalled it. Sometimes they had to do that twice, but then it fixed the issue. And there's another workaround too, where you go into your phone settings and you go to, I think you can go directly to where it talks about hiding the camera hole or something, and you should be able to tweak that, and it should change the formatting, and somehow that works. But anyways, we're working on a fix for it. But there are a few workarounds, like reinstalling the app. It will delete your locations, I think, so you have to re-add those. Hopefully, you don't have too many. By accident, I got Alana on our team to reinstall the app, and she lost her 50 saved locations, so she wasn't very happy with me. But she said she got over it, and I can hear her in my ear. Yeah, she got over it, but sorry, Lana, my bad. I'm so thirsty. Hold on, let me drink some water. Jess says loud and clear. Cool. Awesome. Let me see here. Melissa says the app update is awesome. The update forecast that came with it, not so much. Yeah. Some people are like, did the update bring all the snow with it? It did not. That was just consequential. Let's see here. Oh, that's a good ticker. We don't expect bus cancellations on Friday, but you can go to the forecast and stare at all of the gray. All of the gray. Crafty Crafter on YouTube says, what does blizzard mean, please? Well, it means extremely low visibility, very, very strong wind gusts, and a lot of snowfall. So basically, it's like a really intense snow squall, but it's for a huge area, and it lasts for hours and hours and hours. So that is not great. That would be not great. So, and you know what? Alana's got the specific criteria, and she can spit it into my ear here. I think it's, what is it? The 444 rule? Is that what it is, Alana? Visibility under 400 meters with wind gusts over 40 kilometers per hour. That lasts at least 4 hours. So visibility under 400 meters. So in some cases you can't see past the end of your nose, but you can sometimes see out a few hundred meters. And then 4 hours of that. Obviously it'll get worse, it'll get better, it'll come in waves, and then 40-kilometer wind gusts or higher. And I've seen some models that talk about 90-kilometer-an-hour wind gusts. So
yeah, NAM was the most aggressive. It was showing
NAM was
90 kilometers.
Super strong. Yeah, it was and I just sustained. Sorry, 40 kilometers sustained. So sustained at 40, which means always 40 or higher. And then, of course, gusting even higher. Melissa says, Adam, seems like it's been a while since you played a song. You missed our last stream because I played like 3 songs for the first time in a long time. So that was a lot of fun. Holy moly. Trevor coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much, Trevor. Appreciate that. He says, thanks for all you do to keep us informed and safe. Your app is awesome. The only weather app I use now. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Trevor. We appreciate that. Thank you kindly for your support and your help. Another super chat coming in on YouTube. Thanks for an awesome app. I love your streams. Thank you so much, Blue Desolation on YouTube. Thank you kindly. We appreciate the super chats, everyone. Thank you so much. Appreciate all the stars on Facebook, which is like a tip jar on Facebook. Side note, you can also, if a lot of folks have asked how can we make a one-time donation, so we actually came up with a donations page, which is instantweather.ca/donations. So if you go there, you can do that as well too. And a huge thank you to those who have done that. Look at that. Brendan's already on the ball. Yeah, help support our team and all of our efforts. It's been a pretty trying few months here. So so we're trying to keep our heads above water. We want to keep doing this for a long time. So your donations have actually made a huge difference. A huge difference. We sincerely appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. And thanks everyone, says Angela. Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it, Angela. Okay, so I want to take Bradley says, is London in orange or red? You're in red. London is in red. So London may see some let's go back to the snowfall map actually here, because London may actually see some if you look up at London in the purple there, you may see some ice pellets, but you also may see 15 to 25 centimeters of snowfall. So lots of snowfall, but that snowfall could be lessened with ice pellets, but they get that mixing between chunky ice pellets and the snowfall. Melissa's asking any school forecast? No, because the system comes in too late. We're thinking it probably buses are not going to be canceled. There's those rare times when buses are canceled because they know it's going to be brutal.
Yeah, if it happens, it would be definitely deep southwestern Ontario, just due to it starting like earlier in the day.
Yeah, so maybe like a 25% chance for like Windsor and Essex County, I would think. It's actually
Yeah,
going to
I
start.
gave
Some
it a
models are talking about.
5%
Sorry?
chance, basically.
Oh, 5? Yeah, some
Actually,
models
the
are
gray
talking
is
about
like
like.
0 to 5%.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, okay, 0 to 5. That makes sense. Um, some models are talking about it starting as rain, then it switches to ice pellets, and then it switches to a lot more ice pellets, and then eventually to snow. So there's that. Corey says, "Are you going to sing for us tonight?" Maybe. Maybe I'll sing a song later. Wow, Crafty Crafter coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for a great job. You're very welcome, Crafty Crafter. Crafty Crafter. I like saying that. It's fun to say. If I have to keep clearing my throat over and over again, maybe it's a good idea if I don't sing. That's nice. Let's see here. Sorry, just reading through some of the comments here. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm not going to try to pronounce your name. I like the Wolf Clan part. I'll do Wolf Clan. Is this going to be the worst storm for this winter? That's hard to say. It depends on the area where you're located. So for Toronto, maybe it's possible this is the worst storm for Toronto for the season.
I think it
But
will
there are
be.
also, I think it will be for Toronto,
like,
yeah. But
Our
in the
app
south,
is predicting like something like 32 centimeters in downtown Toronto, which would be
that's
probably the
rare.
biggest snowfall since last January.
Yeah, I think so. For like areas like Owen Sound when they had that crazy blizzard earlier, this is not going to be as bad as that one for
No.
those areas. No. And the Christmas Eve storm too was pretty nasty as well too. But I think for Toronto and surrounding communities, especially with the blizzard conditions, I mean the timing is, you could say the timing's better because it's overnight and into the weekend. So maybe with the timing's a little bit better, but just overall with the snowfall, it's probably going to be the worst storm of the year so far. Melissa gave us a nice super chat. You guys are the best. Thank you so much, Melissa. Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Again, thank you for the stars. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you to those who have subscribed on our app. Click the upgrade radar button and have subscribed to remove ads and extend the future radar 5 hours. We really, really appreciate it. Without the subscriptions on the app would not be still going. There was zero chance, absolutely zero chance it would still be going. But so huge thanks to those who subscribe. You make it so everybody else can use the app for free. Those who can't afford to subscribe, but if you can, we sincerely appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the support. Alicia had a pretty cool idea here. She says, "Would love to meet the team where we find out who everyone is, what your backgrounds are, etc." That would be really cool. That would be awesome. That would be fun. So, I mean, obviously, you know myself. And then Alana said she'd like to do that. That would be really fun. And we can get Brendan in there. And Teresa and I know I'm going to go through the names here, but there's quite a few. So Patricia and Lindsay and Harry and Liam and Cole and Miranda. And, you know, it'd be nice to have everybody on there. Jason. It'd be nice to have, there's probably like 7 names I missed. But to get everybody in there and do a background check on everybody, that'd be a lot of fun. That'd be really great. Lily says, "Where do we get the app?" Lily, go to instantweatherapp.com. I'm going to put it in the comments here. Download our free app at instantweatherapp.com.
I added it to the screen too.
Lord of the perfect, thank you. Lord of the Three Fries says Brennan's backstory is muting Adam's singing. That's
I'm providing the memes.
He was raised providing memes and muting my singing. Bonnie says, "Sign me up for the meet." Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Carly says, "My son is watching on TikTok. He's falling asleep to this live and hoping to hear a song. His name's Dave Legacy. Please say hi. You would love it." Oh, that's so cool. Thank you so much, Carly. Appreciate it. Hey, Dave. What's up? What's going down on the Tickety Talks? Yeah. Cool. All right. So I did still want to bring up some of the models here, even though it's giving me a hard time for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Her is horrific.
Is it? Oh, that was very punny.
Oh,
it's horrific. Yeah, it looks super nasty. Super
like
nasty.
35 centimeters throughout the GTA.
It does. It shows only ice pellets for one frame for the GTA. Yeah. Sorry.
You waiting for me?
Oh. Oh, perfect. Yeah, Atlantis got her article up about how to prepare for a blizzard,
Oh yeah, I
and
meant to mention that. I added it. It's instantweather.ca/blizzard.
perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Why? 1 second here. This is so strange. I don't know why this is doing this. Hold on a second. I'm trying to oh, I figured it out. I figured it out. That's why. Oh, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. Okay, I figured it all out. We can transition and talk
Yay.
about the models. Yay. It wasn't a problem with OBS. It was user error. It was me.
Of course.
This time it was my fault. It's always my fault.
Are we
Anyways, so
surprised?
okay. Are we surprised? We are not. This is the latest rapid refresh American model. It does not look happy. Let's take a look at the timing. So I can go through the hours here. I have to convert 00Z to regular timing, which means this is 8 p.m. tonight. 9, 10, 11, 12. Here's midnight. 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can't see anything yet. 11, 12. So there's noon tomorrow. 1. Here we go. Rain in Windsor at 2 o'clock. Rain at 3 o'clock. Rain at 4 o'clock in parts of deep southwestern Ontario. 5 o'clock, you start to see snow in blue. So snow is a transition from rain to snow around 5 o'clock tomorrow. And then you can start to see some wonderful colors coming in. The yellow is very heavy rain. The purplyish, pinkyish purple is ice pellets. And the green is rain. So transition more over to snow by 7 o'clock tomorrow. You can see a boatload of ice pellets in Windsor and Chatham-Kent and Leamington. Very high precipitation values, too, in those. I don't know if I can actually see that here in the over. No. But, I should be able to get the readout here. No. Anyways, very, very, there's going to be a lot of ice pellets and super low pressure. So for those who are sensitive to pressure changes and get migraines, here we go again. Another low pressure, strong low pressure coming in from the U.S. It's going to be pretty nasty. See the very, very dark blue? That is actually heavy snow. But you know what I noticed on, this is pivotal weather models. If you see this pink right here? You think it's ice pellets? Nope. That's part of the snowfall. It's another level of snowfall that you basically never see. I had to double check it. I'm like, why is there this pink there? Is it ice pellets? Is it freezing rain? No, this is insanely strong snow. So very, very, very heavy snow right there in Grand Bend. Speaking of which, I had a meeting with a gentleman today who was in where was he? In Scotland. And he says, and I was telling him I'm in Ontario, and he said, oh, I love going, I was in Grand Bend for a long time, and that's where he was always in Ontario. And I'm like, I know Grand Bend. I'm usually telling him to take shelter from a tornado. That's how many times as we've told Grand Bend to shelter from a rotating storm coming off a lake Huron there. It's been brutal. But anyway, so Grand Bend getting the heaviest snow there, and that is at, that would be, let's see here, 8 o'clock. So that's 8 o'clock. Here is 9. Here is 10. The snowfall now, if we go back a few, so here is 7, 8, 9, 10. The snowfall and the really strong winds, especially you see those really, really tight together gradient bars where it talks about the different pressure levels. So I'll show you with my mouse here. So 990, 92, 94, 96. If this was summertime, this would be not good for when you have really strong low pressures and you have a lot of heat. That's when we'd be dealing with very severe weather outbreak. But instead, we're dealing with
85 to 90 kilometer wind gusts near like London and Kitchener and Waterloo.
That's not good.
On that run.
I will show that too. I have the winds ready for it as well too. So, so again, in purple, ice pellets. So boatloads of ice pellets for hours in the south. That would be better than freezing rain. So thankfully, it's ice pellets and not freezing rain. But I mean, when you have hours and hours and hours of ice pellets, that's not necessarily great either. Yeah, that's not great either. So just 1 second. Whoa, that's crazy. Crystal Roberts coming in with a crazy super chat. Thanks for the updates. Keep up the great work, guys. We truly appreciate your hard work. Thank you so much, Crystal. That is wonderful. Thank you so much. We really sincerely appreciate it. Wow. That was very generous of you. Thank you kindly. Alana said there was a question about thunder snow. Will there be thunder snow with a big, strong, low pressure like this? All this energy. I would say thunder snow is very possible.
Yeah, I would
thunder
say it's
sleet.
almost likely.
Yeah, it's probably likely. Thunder sleet and thunder snow, and then of course the areas where there is rain. Maxwell says, "What is ice pellets?" When you get those tiny little balls that kind of look like hail, and they're like pinning off of tin roofs, and then they kind of look like tiny, tiny little hail. We always get reports. It's like it's hailing, and it's like, probably
we
ice
have
pellets.
a graphic for that.
Oh, we
There
do.
you go.
Look at that! Look at that from Region 8 Storm Team, which is a storm team in the U.S. has created this wonderful image. Here's freezing rain at the top, and there's sleet. So you get these little, they usually don't look like cylinders, but you get these little tiny balls of ice. That's ice pellets. So Warren says, we haven't had a legit blizzard in a while. Do you think this is the one? We did have a legit blizzard for the Owen Sound areas and parts of southwestern Ontario earlier this season. But yeah, this is looking pretty brutal. This one's especially with the wind gusts.
Very similar to last January's blizzard. Probably not the same amount of snow, probably less, but very similar in impact.
Yeah. Alicia Wade coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Alicia. That's very kind of you as well. Wow. Thank you very, very much. And huge thank you to those with the super chats. Huge thank you to those who are sending in stars on Facebook, who are sending in GIFs on TikTok as well, too. And it all makes a difference. We really, really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Thank you kindly. All right, let's go take a look at the wind gusts because they're ridiculous. So let me just flip back over to this. So eventually the system moves out east. Ice pellets in Prince Edward County, ice pellets in Kingston, and this is into Saturday morning. And eventually things will taper off by Saturday night into Sunday morning. So there could still be snowfall pretty much all day on Saturday for Eastern Ontario. So maybe not super heavy. It looks like, as you can see, it gets lighter and lighter and lighter. So light snowfall possible in Eastern Ontario all the way through Saturday. But double check our app to see for your exact area because there might be some pockets of where it calms down or comes back up. Hey, I see Dave on TikTok. It's me, Dave. You read my mom's comment. Yo, Dave, what's up? On the Tickety Talks. Nobody calls it the Tickety Talks except for me, and I'm sticking with that. I'm proud of calling it the Tickety Talks. All right, switching to snowfall. There's your snowfall map from this particular model. So this is the Rapid Refresh American model, and this is in inches. So, if I go to like Barrie, 13 inches. Thanks, American model. Elevated areas talking about 17 inches on the escarpment, the Blue Mountain Escarpment, 18 inches.
Yeah, it has
probably
over 40 centimeters.
That's 45.7
That would be like
centimeters.
45 centimeters.
Oof! I got a chart up there that tells me that's not great.
50 centimeters.
Now we always have to clarify though. This is the Kuchera method, which is a variable ratio. Often this particular model can be a little bit high compared to what actually ends up falling, especially if the ice pellets fall, which it looks very possible. The ice pellets will influence the snowfall totals. But this is the Kuchera method, so it might be a little bit over the top. But in the absolute, probably,
but it might actually be lower than the 10-to-1 ratio because the temperatures are very close to the freezing mark.
I'll check it right now.
Yeah, it's actually lower. Actually down in Toronto.
Some spots. Yeah, for some spots it's lower. Wow, down here in Hamilton, it's talking about 19 inches. So that's like 50 centimeters.
Yeah, that's
or
just
a little bit less.
50 centimeters.
48 centimeters
like
or something.
48.
And this is the 10-to-1 ratio. That's crazy. It's talking about 16 inches for Toronto. 16 inches for Toronto. Holy moly. You add that to the winds, it's not good. This is going to be rough. I hope nobody has to travel during this. I hope everybody gets to stay home because this is not going to be great. If you do have to travel, this is those situations, just like the last blizzard we had, where it's like if you're not like a first responder or you have to like work at a hospital, you have to go, you have like there's no choice, you have to go into work. It would be so nice if the roads were empty of all the people that didn't have to actually go somewhere to help people. So if they're like, oh, I got to go to Timmy's, and they're out on the road while you're trying to traverse these brutal conditions, it would be nice if everybody who didn't critically have to travel didn't travel. That would be awesome. So if you don't have to travel Friday night and most of Saturday, please just like cozy up at home, you know, get some storm jammies, which we still have to produce the instant weather storm jammies. We'll get to that. But yeah, like cozy up, get some storm chips, you know, hang out, watch, like binge Last of Us or something on Netflix, what is that, HBO? Anyways, yeah, it's amazing, by the way. But yeah, so yeah, do that, please. Let's go over to the wind gusts. The wind gusts are nasty. So the winds start to pick up on Friday afternoon. They get really intense by Friday evening. This is 4, 5. At 5 o'clock, we're already talking about 44 miles per hour in Hanover. What's that? So that's like, is that 75, 80 kilometers an hour, I think? Somewhere close to that? It's got to be getting close to that. And in deep southwestern Ontario, already hitting 50. Cole's my best converter. That's the one graph I always forget to get is the wind one. But let's see here. Oh, and then when you see yellow's not good. Leamington. We have some members down in Chatham-Kent. 62 miles per hour in Leamington. That's over 100 kilometers an hour. And that is only at 7 o'clock. 8, 9, 10. So yeah, during these conditions, the wind gusts are going to be ridiculous. This is 10 o'clock here, and 56 miles per hour. I know for a fact 56 is 90 kilometers an hour. So severe wind gusts. Oh, 99, says Cole. Sorry, somebody said it in my ear. I'm not going to blame them. I just did. Sorry. She's over 100. That's close. 99 kilometers an hour. Still, 100 kilometers an hour. Cole and Alana are going to battle. Okay, so that is not great. Not great. Let's try a different model. Let's see. Come on, Canadian model. Do you have any good news for us? What is the Canadian model saying? Basically the same thing. A little bit later in timing. This is also an older model run. So we talk about 00Z. This is Zulu time. Models are always in like UTC, Universal Time. So this was this afternoon's, and so there is another model run coming out in the next hour or two from the Canadian model. It comes out a little bit later, but let me just see if it's ready yet. No, it's not. Okay, so the earlier model from the Canadian model, the earlier data from the Canadian model is talking about rainfall coming in all the way to this is 4 p.m., 5 p.m. transitioning to snow, really heavy rain in the south, 6 p.m. Ice pellets, heavy snow, and heavy rain. And my bad. This was 8 p.m. This is 11 p.m. This is 2 a.m. This is that super crazy heavy snow that you never see on the pivotal model. This pink.
That's like here we'll get thunder snow if it happens.
Oh, and thunder snow as well too, for sure. This is for probably Hamilton corridor here. Hamilton, Kitchener. Sorry, why am I saying Hamilton? Oh, Hamilton's down here. My bad. Wait a minute. Oh, oops. I scrolled up slightly. Oopsie. That ruins my overlay. There we go. Sorry, Hamilton, right here. Brantford, and Cole's actually in Brantford. This snow is going to be insanely heavy. Oh, is he in Burlington? Yeah, that's close enough. It's like here-ish.
That's
right?
Further north, just north of Hamilton.
Oh, you're right. Burlington's right beside Hamilton, between Hamilton and Oakville. My bad.
Adam does geography.
Adam's geography. It takes me 10 years to know that anything. Okay. And I still don't. Okay, so, yeah. But snowfall totals, let's go because it doesn't, there's your snowfall totals from the Canadian model. It doesn't look as strong, but you know what, Brennan? I should try the 10-to-1 ratio. Let's see.
The HRDPS is a lot more stronger.
Wow,
Doesn't
you know
show it
what?
on.
10-1 is stronger, especially in the south. It's a lot stronger. I wonder if it's not factoring in the ice pellets as much, though.
It's
But
probably because of the snowfall ratio, because the temperature's like very close to the freezing mark, if not above, like
that's
1
right.
degree.
That's right. So Kuchera is probably more accurate in this particular case. So let's go back to Kuchera again. The variable ratio snowfall. Yeah, I think that's probably more accurate. So 12 inches down here south of Woodstock, Brantford, 11 inches Hamilton. Yeah, and then up to Barrie, only about the Canadian model is only talking about 5 inches. But again, this is an older model run, so we'll have to see
And
what the
that's
latest
not the higher
model run.
resolution model run,
That's
too.
right. Yeah, this is
HRDPS is
yeah.
like brutal. It has like 40 centimeters for the GTN. Like, let me
Whoa.
check what the
Here's the winds, by the way.
yeah, it
So
has the
still
20
really.
centimeters in Barrie.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? So okay, yeah. So there's another version of the Canadian model which is higher resolution. Pivotal doesn't have it for some reason. I got to bug them there to make them add that to it. They should definitely add the HRDPS. But yeah. So winds are going to be intense as well. So winds are going to be intense, especially overnight Friday into Saturday. But southwestern Ontario, very strong wind gusts. It's going to not be nice. Let's go take a look at the Euro. Do we have the latest Euro model? 18Z. So it's a little bit older on the Euro as well too.
Yeah, the Euro's brutal too. It's all
Euro
brutal.
looks. Oh, there's that. Remember we talked about that crazy snowfall part of the legend that never comes in? It's
Yeah,
gigantic on the Euro.
I think that's gonna be like
Gigantic.
5 to 10 centimeters per hour in that band. It's like
That is
crazy.
intense. The low pressure is really. The one model, I think the Her said 975 is the low, and Euro's talking about 981 is the lowest. That is a low pressure. That's going to be a lot of wind. And then again, look at the snowfall here from the Euro. And some people say the Euro is the most accurate model in the world, especially for hurricanes. It's known to be has the best track record. Oh,
I think it was the most accurate with the blizzard last January, I'm pretty sure.
oh, okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh, sorry, there's a question there that I missed. Hold on, let me bring that up here. 1 second. I will pull that up over here. SO on YouTube says, as a firefighter, I'd like to remind everyone of something. Hold on. So I remind everyone to prepare in advance and be safe. In a power failure, use non-open flame options for light and be careful with generators and heaters to avoid CO poisoning for sure. Yeah, if you have a generator, make sure it's nowhere near the house. Like don't have it like in the garage with the door open. That doesn't count. It needs to be away from the place of residence. It needs to be outside, as far away from the house as you can possibly get it. Yeah,
This
it
is
needs to
probably
be
a
out
good
there.
time to advertise Atlanta's blizzard prep article.
Yeah, I would think so for sure. Yeah, Atlanta did a blizzard preparation article as well too. Do we have a link for that, or I guess folks can
Yeah,
just check it out on our?
instantweather.ca/blizzard. I put it on the
Oh,
screen too.
oh, perfect. I see it's at the
Little
very bottom.
paper.
Yeah. So if you go, yeah, exactly. Instantweather.ca/blizzard. If you're wondering what you should do to prepare for possible blizzard conditions with this particular event. Heather says, as an essential worker, please leave our roads clear so that we can get to work on the weekend. Many of us will be planning to stay over at our workplaces if we can. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier. If you do not have to travel, get off the road so that those who actually do have to travel, they have no choice. They don't have to worry about you not seeing them and smashing into their car. Like that's the idea. So the less people on the roads, the better. The better. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Faith, for putting the full link there. Appreciate that. She put the full link on one of our Facebook pages. Appreciate that. So let me just pull that comment off there. Crystal, I can't believe that super chat. Thank you so much, Crystal. I appreciate that. Is wonderful. Very kind of you. Okay, so let's go to the Euro. Let's take a look at what Euro's talking about for snowfall totals. Oof. There's a lot of purplish pink in here. Euro's pretty close to some of the other ones, though. Talking about, Orangeville 15 inches, which is 38 centimeters. Yeah, Kuchera might actually be the more accurate one here, because if I go to 10-1, if I go to the standard ratio, it's talking about pretty much the same. It's pretty close. But I don't think it's
It
taking
shows
into
higher
account
amounts further south, though.
higher for the south, though. That's right. That's absolutely right, because it's not taking into account the ice pellets in the deep south. So, Christine on TikTok says Pembroke. Yeah, we can take a look at Pembroke here. I don't think you're in the strongest part of the storm. You're only looking at maybe 6 inches or so. Let me bring up Brendan's maps again, because Brendan's maps are great because they're a combination of all the different models. So for Pembroke, we've got you 6 to 12 centimeters. That one particular model said 6 inches, so it's possible you could get a little bit higher. But yeah, you're looking at that's about close, because 6 inches would be 15 centimeters. So
Yeah, the
so about
local map
6.
is 12 to 15 on the legend.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So if you look at the legend at the bottom right of our map here, and again, I always have to mention this, but if you're looking at the stream on your phone like this, turn your phone sideways, or same like with your tablet, turn your tablet sideways. It'll fill the whole screen, and you'll be able to see the city names a lot better.
You could also
you can actually go
instantweather.ca/forecast, and that'll take you to our latest forecast, and you can zoom in on the map all you want.
True. A lot of people don't realize you can tap on the map, and then you can pinch to zoom on your mobile device, and you can go and zoom in on your exact area. The maps are actually quite high resolution, so you should be able to get right in there. Yes, but you can actually look at the legend again. So that's why we talk about a local maximum, because again, for Pembroke, we say 6 to 12 centimeters on the map itself. But if you go to that color and you go to the local maximum, you're looking at 12 to 15 centimeters, and that makes sense because certain areas, depending on heavy snowfall, can be very, very isolated little pockets. So some areas might think they're going to see 6 to 12 centimeters, but they end up just getting that heavy snow over and over again, and they end up getting more. So yeah, 6 to 12 centimeters for Pembroke. That was a question on TikTok. Thank you for asking on TikTok as well too. We have to shout out to all the different platforms we're on. We are on Facebook. We're on Instant Weather Ontario on Facebook, Ontario Storm Watch on Facebook. We have our reporting group, by the way. If you are on Facebook, get on our reporting group, please. It's called Ontario Storm Reports. And this is a great place to... perfect, Brandon. You're fast at that. So if you go to facebook.com/groups/Ontario Storm Reports, or you just go to the little search bar at the top of Facebook and search Ontario Storm Reports. Join our group. It's a great place to share your reports and to see everybody else's as well, too. Yeah, it's a great place to eliminate friction so that when you share your reports... everybody else gets to see them immediately, and that's us. And again, Environment Canada is actually watching that group now, which is great. And so they get to see it, we get to see it, and the community gets to see it at the same time. So if you see, like, I know we always talk about tornado season, but if you spot a funnel cloud and it's safe to do so, you pulled over safely to the side of the road, and you're able to snap a photo of it and post it on the group, then and say this is like heading into Barrie or wherever it happens to be. Everybody will be able to see it on the group instantly. So it's a really great place. Yeah, I would say for sure. Hold on a second here. Pokemama says, what is the meaning of the striped areas? I can't find the legend for it. That's a good question. So if you look, the reason you can't find it is because of the Ontario Storm Reports banner. So Brendan, if you could kill that, I'll show you.
Up there, it says ice pellets possible. It's just above Sarnia.
Oh, that's right. It's right below me. Ice pellets possible. So the striped area, thank you for clarifying that, means that ice pellets are possible in that area, so your snowfall totals might be less. So, for example, Kitchener-Waterloo, we've got you at 20 to 35 centimeters. But if a lot of that ends up being ice pellets, then your overall snowfall totals would be less. You might still have a boatload of ice pellets. You would just have less snowfall. So that's why we have that on the map itself there. So. Thank you for the question. Appreciate it. Under Adam, says Mindy. Thank you. Matt says the temperature forecast. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Everybody in the team is clicking different comments here. Sorry, I just want to bring up Matt's. Matt Boycott on YouTube says the temp forecast is above freezing all day in Windsor. How is it possible we'll see accumulation anywhere near what is predicted? Will it likely just melt away for the most part? Yeah, so... snowfall can fall even when the temperature is a little bit above freezing, but you're mainly ice pellets. So there's not much for snowfall that you're going to see here. Maybe 10 to 20 centimeters. That's probably, it's probably a bit high. If we go to the actual impact map here and show you, you're mainly heavy ice pellets and snow. So you could end up seeing quite a few centimeters of ice pellets. Some of the models are talking about many hours of ice pellets for the deep southwest. So you could end up having 10 centimeters of ice pellets. It's possible. It looks insane down there. So, also, when you have ice pellets and they're driven by 100-kilometer-an-hour wind gusts, or even 80, even 70, but up to 90 and maybe 100-kilometer-an-hour wind gusts, those hurt. Just want to point that out. You do not want to get hit by ice pellets with that kind of wind. Those would be very, very painful. So, yeah. But yeah, so snowfall totals in the deep southwest are probably going to be lower, and that's, again, why you're highlighted with that ice pellet gradient. If I go back to Brennan's snowfall map, you can see the whole deep south is, due to the potential for ice pellets, some locations may receive less accumulation than forecasted. So, yeah, so temperature-wise, it's going to be interesting down there. It's going to be interesting to see how the temperature plays with that.
Yeah,
But,
that's why the whole forecast is like very difficult, because we may see like that amount fall from the sky, but it's questionable about actually how much will accumulate on the ground. It
yeah, that's
really
true.
comes down to the temperature. And the latest models do have it trending a little colder, which means like Windsor and like along the Lake Erie shoreline may end up closer to the forecast range.
Yeah, that's a good point. So a little bit cooler as well too. Anne said no sound. Can everybody hear us, or are you having an issue? And if you do have cool, if you do have no sound, then you know, you can always refresh. But when I tell people that, they can't hear me. So how are they going to know what I'm saying? You can, but definitely, if you ever run into the issue where you have no sound or something's wrong with the sound, just refresh the live stream. Everybody says they can hear. Okay, cool. Cool. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Alana says I should bring up the timing graphic as well too. It's very colorful.
I love my colorful maps.
Yeah, no cancellations for schools because it starts too late. We think it starts too late. There's Brendan said there's maybe like a 5% chance in Windsor and Essex County, just because it could be rolling in as the buses are departing from the schools when school ends. But yeah, I would say overall the chances are pretty low of
Here, you can look at the map of gray.
Oh yeah, there we go. Thanks, Brennan. Here's your map. 0 to 5% chance for everybody. Brennan has do your homework. So if you go to, hey, Brennan, how come you included gray on this legend, but you never put it on the other legends? I'm asking for a friend. The friend is everyone in the community, including me.
Because I just really enjoy the "what does the gray mean" comment.
Brennan gets a dopamine hit every time there's what does gray mean? We
don't be telling people that. Now our comments are going to be like, what does the gray mean?
Everybody takes shots when we have a little internal game here. Juliet says the map of gray. Oh yes, every time I mention the roof story, I literally in our private chat, when somebody says the word roof, all these shot glasses fall from the messenger chat. It's pretty funny. Oh my goodness. Okay, here's your snow day forecast. Do your homework because you're going to school, and that's our best guess. Jessica says, "Do your homework. We love spicy Brennan."
When am I not?
Thank you,
spicy?
Jessica. You're always spicy. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see here. Bonnie says, "We love gray." Yeah, the map of gray says Dominic. Yeah, it's one. There's one. Actually, there is more shades. There's also the labels.
There's multiple shades of gray.
Yeah, I don't know, 50. Heather says, how many shades of gray? We should count them.
See?
This is good content, isn't it? Okay, so let's get back to the colorful map, because this map is not colorful. Ah, that's nice. That's nice. Actually, it's not nice. There is still some gray, but nobody wants to see this map, because it looks like this is like a glance at the entire storm across the entire region. So, Maggie says, my kids say, but, there's a test.
Study.
Sorry. Study and do your homework. UHC player on YouTube says probably has been answered, but is there a big difference between a snowfall warning and a winter storm warning? Yeah, I would say so. A snowfall warning is typically issued when they're just expecting snowfall. So, and snowfall is the main topic. There could be like winter storm warnings across the region, and then certain areas get a snowfall warning because the snowfall is going to be so intense that it becomes like the story of the event. But winter storm warnings are typically for, you can have snowfall warnings with not that much wind. You could have like a low wind event with a boatload of snowfall that gets a snowfall warning. But a winter storm means, strong winds, potentially mixed precipitation, and usually a lot of snow as well too. So so it's kind of like if it's a mixed bag, then it's winter storm warning, and if it's just straight up snowfall, then it's snowfall.
Like wind and ice pellets would be why it's a winter storm warning compared to snowfall warning.
Oh, we're getting insight. hold on. Let's go. Wait. So Atlanta says directly from Environment Canada, it's 15 centimeters or more and less than what? 12 hours or less. Okay, that's the criteria. Yeah. So. By the way, thank you, Nosferatu, for the super sticker on YouTube. Appreciate that. Thank you kindly. Hold on. Abdul says, we need instant weather merch about the map of gray. That's right. A gray sweater with the gray map. And then it says in quotes, what does gray mean? I think that's probably good. Or 50 Shades of Gray. We'll get sued. We'll get sued for 50 shades. We could do 49. We'll do 49 shades of gray. That'll be, or 51. That's the winter storm.
Now I need to add 51 shades of gray to the map.
That's true.
Which sounds like my nightmare.
It does. That does sound like a nightmare. Sorry, Atlanta, what was the winter storm criteria? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. You know what, Alana? Wait, Alana. I think I can get you on the stream. I'm gonna click unmute on my desktop audio, and I think you'll be able to hear Alana. So everybody, let me know if you can hear Alana. So Alana, say that all again. Oh, wait. Oh no, wait. Now try now. Hold on. I just switched something. Try now.
Nope.
I don't hear. Hold on. Why do I have it at 70%? Let me put it at 100. All right, try now. You should be coming through. I don't know why you're not coming through. Everyone says no. Nada. Oh, well, we'll try next time.
Stop being lazy, and I'll read it from Environment Canada's website. Oh, okay, there she is.
Okay, she's coming in.
Can you hear me now?
Yay! We can hear her now. Yay!
Okay, perfect.
There we go.
Okay.
Perfect.
So, for a snowfall warning, you are looking at least 15 centimeters of snow in 12 hours or less. But when you're looking at a winter storm warning, you're looking at blizzard conditions. So that was the 444 rule. Visibility under 400 meters with sustained winds over 40 kilometers per hour for at least 4 hours. Or a major snowfall, which is considered to be 25 centimeters or more within 24 hours. Or significant snowfall, so the snowfall warning criteria amounts, combined with other winter weather hazard types, such as freezing rain and strong winds blowing snow, extreme wind chill.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, Lana.
You're very welcome.
Kind of you. Refresh your feed, says Heather. If you can't hear her. Chris says, will there be a test? He didn't make notes. Well, this live stream is like saved, so you can always go back and like listen to it. But anyways, yeah. So that is your timing map. You can always see that on the forecast as well too. I'm gonna head back to model land. Side note, I think I don't want to
live react.
I don't want to jinx it, but I think my OBS fixes. What do you guys think? Has it been okay? I know there was one time where like my audio was getting a little choppy, but overall it's been pretty darn good. Let me know what you think in the comments below.
That doesn't mean I can't put the meme up.
If you missed our last live stream, this is pretty much what the entire thing was. Is Brendan putting this up on the stream and me rebooting OBS. It was terrifying. Oh, Jessica's got a question. Jessica's got a question. She says, will there be a snow day predictor? Brennan, do you want to bring up the map?
Oh, yes. One sec. It's past 10 o'clock, so all hell's gonna be like break loose.
Oh dear. Yeah, this is the after hours stream. This is so here's your snowfall predictor map. If you look at the deep southwest, if you look at central regions, the Toronto and Niagara regions, and eastern Ontario, you're looking at no chance of a snow day. Sorry, 0 to 5% chance. I can't say no. We can never say no. You know what it should be, Brennan?
5% chance in southwestern Ontario.
True. In deep southwestern Ontario, maybe up to 4.9% chance. Brennan, if you should probably do 0.1 to 5% just to make sure there's never. You can always say, well, it was 0.1. Robin Lee says, love the announcer voice. I come from a long line. I always like to mention this. It's awesome because my dad's amazing. My dad was on Chum for many, many years, and let's see here. Yeah, Dad was on Chum for many, many years. Corey Skinner on 1050 Chum, and my grandfather was Brian Skinner. If anybody remembers back to the Groove Yard, he was the Prez on Chum, and he was an announcer that many people listened to overnight on Chum back in the 60s and the 70s. Brian Skinner on Chum. And so I always thought my fallback would always be like, ladies and gentlemen, it's 1050 Chum. Anyways, yeah. Now Chum's a sports network, but it's okay. It's fine. All right, so we're here. Yeah, Chum. What are you talking about? No, there's Chum FM. No, they kept Chum FM. I'm talking about Chum AM. They were all on Chum AM. Oh. I remember him, says Max. There we go. Yay.
I'm too
Max
young
remembers
for
him.
AM.
Rhonda says, no way. Yes, remember him. Awesome. This stream is now sponsored by 1050 Chum. That's right. Now, no, they switched it. It's not Chum anymore. So now it's Sportsnet 1050. Yeah, which I still listen to because, I love hockey. But anyways, love the family history, says Annette. Thank you so much. It's cool. It's pretty cool. I got a really cool photo here somewhere. Is it close by? It might be. I got a photo of my grandfather and Jimi Hendrix together on a picture. And Jimi Hendrix is like half smoking a cigarette. Like, it's pretty actually cool. It's a pretty cool photo. Yeah, it's pretty wild. So let's see here. A lot of folks remember that. Yeah, a lot of folks listened to Chum, especially in the 60s and 70s. What else could you do? Like, there's, I guess you could watch TV, but late at night, pretty much just listen to Chum, right? So, yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. Sweet. Okay. Jess says, cue the music. Jane says, I have Chum charts. Yeah, I remember the old Chum charts. They're great. It's pretty cool. I got to go there, and it was really fun to go and watch my dad on the air and stuff like that. It was really cool. It was cool. You know what's funny? It's an interesting little tidbit is that my dad actually ended up going and working for the Palmerex radio station, which, if you know, Palmerex is the weather network. So Dad actually worked for Palmerex for many years and became like really good friends with the owner's son, who is now the owner, it's a very small world. Anyways, yeah, so Dad's good buddies with the owner of the weather network. It's a small world. I'm like, that's interesting. It's a small world after all. Anyways, Owen Hill says streets are going to be clogged with snow by Saturday morning. Yeah, especially in the southwest, especially in the south for sure.
And anywhere in Toronto.
Toronto's going to be nasty.
Get out your snowshoes.
It's going to be pretty brutal. Alana's heading out. Everybody say thanks to Alana for joining us. Thank you so much, Alana. Alana knows I'm going to start playing songs soon. She's
and that's
out
when
of here.
The memes come out.
Oh no!
She's missing the best part.
We had a request. Songs?
We had a request.
For what?
From Miranda.
For memes?
Yeah.
Oh, from Miranda.
The frozen meme.
This is the one meme that Brendan forgot to post last night. Was when the live stream froze. He created this particular frozen meme. Oh, Brennan. What a character.
That's why you keep me around.
You're savage, buddy. You're savage. All right, so yeah, there's going to be a lot of snow and stuff. Very scientific. Here's your impact map. Here's your snowfall map. It's going to be pretty brutal. Even got an LOL out of Amazing Person 3409, our favorite YouTuber. So there's that. Oh, on TikTok. Anyone know how much for Ottawa? That's a good question. We've got Ottawa in the 10 to 20 centimeter realm. There's going to be some of the models talked about.
Says. So it's kind of
double check the
right
app.
on the line. Our app has 8 centimeters for Friday and 6 centimeters for Saturday.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's about right.
That makes sense. That does make sense. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's see if I can... Hold on a second here. I want to see if I move a bunch of crap out of the way.
Don't freeze.
I'm not going to freeze. Oh, I found it! Cool. How about this? Hold on, I'm going to go full screen for this. Going full screen! For the first time in the stream. So this is my grandfather and Jimi Hendrix on a chum chart. How cool is that? Jimmy's like, isn't that crazy? So that's Brian Skinner. Look, guy kind of looks like my brother. Brian Skinner on the chum charts, hanging out with Jimi Hendrix. He's back from London. This was May 20th, 1968. Isn't that awesome? As if. Isn't that the coolest thing? Pretty cool. You got to meet the Beatles, got to meet Jimmy. Pretty snazzy stuff. Isn't that the coolest? That's amazing, right? I gotta grow that beard? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I'd like to keep this randomly trimmed. Hold on, I saw a super chat. We gotta bring it up. Nick says, thanks and hello from Halifax. We're under a winter storm warning right now. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Mom lives out in Nova Scotia. She's probably
I'll
getting...
plug Instant Weather, Nova Scotia, because I believe Atlanta's done a forecast out there.
That's right, she has. Absolutely, she has. So, yeah, if Nick, join our sister page. It's called Instant Weather Nova Scotia. And we definitely forecast out there as well, too. Edward says, did you ever meet Jungle Jay Nielsen at Chum? I didn't. My dad probably did. But no, I didn't. It's funny, Nelson? Oh, Jay Nelson. Jungle Jay Nelson. I got a friend named Jay Nielsen, but no, I've never met him. No. But I bet your dad did. Let's see here. It's rolling through that. Jan says, unbelievably cool. It's super cool. Yeah. Hold on a second. 1968, the year I got married. Remember your dad on, your dad on Chum. Thank you, Marion. So yeah, Brian's my grandfather, but Corey's my father. I have a long line of Chum in my blood. I always thought, like, worst case scenario, I would just go there with a resume that says, this is my grandfather, this is my dad, give me a job or something. Shara says, is your dad still here? Yeah, he's not in radio anymore, but he's still around for sure. He's actually pretty young. Had me when he was 20, I think, or something like that. And I'm turning 40 in July, so lordy. 1050 Chum, says Laura. Let's see here. Linda says, you're making some of us feel really old 50 years ago. That's all good. It's all good. This is strange. Ruth says, pick a Brennan, please. Brennan, they want to see you.
Well, I can go on the camera.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, let's bring Brennan up here. How do we... Oh, yeah, you do it.
Woo!
There he is.
There I am.
There's Brennan. Wave to the nice people.
The gremlin in the background.
The meme gremlin in the background. That's awesome. That's Brennan. Everybody say hi. Penny says, making me feel old, Adam. Oh, I'm sorry. Julie says, right 40, whatever. I just turned 50. Oh, well, it's all good. I'm 83. Brendan's gonna make us all feel old. Brendan, how old are you?
23. That was actually a good question. It made me think for a minute.
I saw that. I saw you look up. Yeah, 23.
I'm just like...
Wow. Brendan actually joined our team when he was 14 years old. He came out of nowhere. I'll tell some history here. I think I've told this on the stream before, but one day I get a message. One day I get a message from...
I'm rocking that 50 Shades of merch.
50 Shades merch.
I really want to show what's on my...
I don't think you should. Hold on, let me go check the chat and see actually what it was. Should you?
It's not
Is
bad.
it funny? Oh,
It's
okay. I thought it
funny.
was bad. I didn't even see. Is it funny? All right, you
Oh,
can
I
show it. Give
wouldn't
her.
wear something bad.
I'm sure you would.
Oh, let's see if I can
Hold on.
figure it out. There it is.
What does it say?
It says duck around and find out.
Duck around and find out. That's pretty good. Never mind. That's fine. That's totally fine. It's amazing. Duck around and find out. That's right. That's awesome. Yeah, so Brennan joined our team at 14 years old. He sent me a message and said, there is rotation over Georgian Bay. And I was like, yeah, right. And I grabbed my phone and I went and checked. And I was like, oh my goodness. I need to post to tell everybody. And sent out a message. And that was, I don't know if it ended up turning into a tornado, Brennan, but that mezzo was really strong. And then I was like, hey, you want to join our team and help us track storms? And he's like, yeah, sure. And Brennan's been around since then. So kudos to Brennan for being with the team since 2014, was it, Brennan? 2015?
Yeah, I would say
2015.
2015.
I think so. For sure.
Rhonda, he quacks me up.
He quacks me up. Oh, my goodness.
That was good.
Facebook user says, can I please be a one-time live correspondent for tomorrow? I love to report weather. Well, send us an email, help@instantweather.ca.
Or you could join our storm report group.
That's true. That's a good point. You could definitely... That's a really good point. Ooh. Everybody on the storm report group can post videos. We definitely ask for folks not to go in front of the camera and try to be like a news correspondent. We've had people do that in the past, and in a lot of cases, it's not been... they've said some things they probably shouldn't have. They've misconstrued the forecast and all this kind of stuff. So we typically shy away from that. But if you just want to record what's happening safely and post it to the group, be my guest, please. A super sticker coming in from Kimberly Snow with the best winter name I've ever seen. Kimberly Snow, thank you very much. We were actually, my wife and I were just watching the Hunger Games. And I love that meme where she's like, we all have one enemy, and it's snow. Anyways, yeah, it's a good thing for winter. But oh no, oh dear. Yeah, DM me or Mary says you're the ducking issue. Oh, you're just ducking the issue. Hold on a second. Mary Kay says you're just ducking the issue. Morgan coming in with any chance of a snow day. Brennan, do you want to bring up your fancy map here? I think it's probably
50 Shades of Grey map.
Yeah, I think you should bring it up here. 50 Shades of Brennan's Gray here is oh dear. This is your snowfall or snow day forecast here. So do your homework and get prepared to send your kids to school. Somebody said, somebody actually emailed us and said, can you please make it not just a bus forecast, but also a snow day work forecast so I have proof to show my boss or something like that? Let's just remember, folks, we have zero authority. This is just a best guess. We do not have any influence. At least we tell ourselves we have no influence on, Abdul says, what's his gray mean? We have no influence on if the bus companies... Shots. Yeah, I know. If the bus companies or the school boards are going to cancel. It's up to them. All we do is put out our forecast, and that's about it. Karen says, how do I get rid of the banner? The bottom cuts off the snow legend.
That might be the comments, maybe. If you swipe left or right, I think it would hide the comment feed on Facebook.
Oh, that's true, yeah. That's it. If you're on, I think she was on Facebook. Yeah, if you're on Facebook, I think you can... If you turn the phone sideways, so if you're on your phone, you turn it sideways, then I think you should be able to swipe, and it actually gets rid of the comments, and you'll be able to see more of the map. That's right. Magnificent Marcus says, it's a PD day for Guelph and Dufferin. Well, there's that.
It seems like there's a PA day like every
Friday. Tuesday. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like the bane of my existence.
School boards usually make that call at 6 a.m. Yeah, every time Brendan does a snowfall or a snow day forecast, there's always comments like, "But we have a PA day." It's like, yeah, we don't look into those specifics before we make the forecast. The forecast is just based on literally the forecast. It's not. We don't go into every single school. To poor Brendan, he's gonna be completely wasted by the end of the stream if he's taking shots when what does gray mean is mentioned. He'll sleep through the storm entirely. Yeah, he's gonna wake up on Saturday evening. What happened?
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna
he's
like
gonna
make my way outside and like trip all over the snow, all over the sidewalks.
you're gonna wake up to 99 notifications of where's the snow day forecast for Saturday.
I should do Saturday's forecast as completely purple,
Oh,
100%.
that's a great idea. Yeah, 100. Oh, that's perfect because absolutely there will be no school now, unless somebody takes weekend school. Then there might be a chance of something like that. But anyways, I don't know if anybody.
Well, I
does
think
weekend
there's
school,
gonna
but it's
be,
possible.
if there is, it's gonna be canceled on Saturday.
Karen says no showing comments, but on a map it's a banner showing logo of Facebook, Twitter, IW, etc.
I don't see it
I don't.
covering anything.
It doesn't cover anything. Karen, where are you located so we can try to give you a better idea of what's going on?
Oh, maybe it's Northern Ontario? That's where my instant
Oh,
weather
is it the
logo is.
top? Oh,
But
maybe it's
we
the top.
cover North Bay, Sudbury, and Elliott Lake school boards.
True, we do. Yeah, yeah. We don't do a snow day forecast for northwestern and north central Ontario, and even extreme northeastern like Timmins and stuff. But eventually, we could potentially do that. I mean, people seem to really love the snow day forecast, so I was like, we should probably research it elsewhere. Caleb says, can we watch this live stream from within the app? Not at this exact time, but we always send a notification to the app. So if you go to the app and you click the very top of it, you'll see we're live streaming, and there's links to all the different places that we're live. But right now we don't actually go live within the app itself. A lot of people have asked for that over the years, though. We could probably do that. I just think there's a lot of hosting fees to it, but there might be a way for us to embed.
Yeah, we
can
could probably embed
YouTube.
like YouTube. I would
Probably.
think.
But I don't think it's gonna where it like comes up as its own little window that you can move around. I don't know if it would do that unless we actually built it right into the app, and that would be the best way because you're like browsing the forecast and then you want to like swipe that down because you want to read something at the top. It would be nice to have that floating. Yeah, I think so. Let's see here. Laura says, "Can we send our kids anyway?" I don't know. We're not going to give you that permission. That's up to you and your parenting style. If you want to send your kids to school
On a Saturday.
on Saturday. All right. That's enough of the gray snow day forecast. Let's jump back into the comments. Somebody asked, will Windsor be only rain? No, Windsor's going to have a lot of ice pellets. And let's switch actually to this map here. Windsor's going to have a lot of ice pellets and some heavy snow. It's going to start off as rain. It's going to switch to ice pellets for hours. And then it's going to eventually turn into some snow as well. Braden says, Brian says, can you post a link that snow projection map that you showed about 10 minutes back? Yeah, actually.
I'll put it up. One sec.
Hold on. I don't know if he's
There's
talking about
the forecast.
yours or if he's talking about pivotal models. He might be talking about that too. So if it was the models that we were talking about,
forecast.
I would just look at the forecast because it's an ensemble of all the different models. But if you want to dive deep into the models, you can go to pivotalweather.com or you can go to College of DuPage, so weather.cod.edu. There's a whole bunch of different ones. Weather Bell is one. There's premium you have to pay for. Pivotal's great for free models. Pivotal's amazing. We pay for like the commercial version so we can use it on the live stream and use it in our forecast. But they have a lot for free at pivotalweather.com. It's amazing. It's a brilliant site. So view the latest forecast. Yeah, instantweather.ca/forecast. You should be able to put it in. Mark says Sudbury isn't pronounced Sudbury. It's pronounced Sudbury. Sudbury? Oh, you mean like?
Oh no.
If you're up in Sudbury, and that would be the accent up there, like that northern. Hey, from Northern Ontario, eh? Sudbury. Okay. What did I say? I thought I said Sudbury, but maybe I said Sudbury. Sudbury. No, I never said Sudbury.
I'm pretty
Sudbury.
Yeah.
I always say Bury, because it's Bury. Sudbury. Yeah, I think I said that. Anyways, thank you, Mark, for that. Appreciate it. For that tidbit. Let's see here. The classic question. Bonnie coming in with will there be a widget soon? That's another one that I should probably take a shot for. Love you guys. You're always bang on. Thank you so much. Yeah, widget is it's on the radar. Pun intended. It is on the radar. We started working on it. Then we got distracted with a million other things that have like Instant Weather Pro we've been working on for a few years. We've been doing updates to the app. We really do want to do a widget. We are going to do a widget, I promise you, and an Apple Watch thing, because I got this really cool. Let's see if I can bring this on the stream. Will it let me? Hold on. Yeah, it will. Hold on. If I can. Oh, I got to go full screen. There's no way. Hold on. Going full screen. Full screen. Prepare for full screen. All right, there we go. So, why did you switch to my password? Of all that, I'm trying to keep my thumb behind it. It won't work unless there's like flesh behind it. Okay, so this is what I have on my Apple Watch, which is sweet. So when I want to know the temperature, I just glance at my watch. I can immediately see it's -4 outside. The high is 2. The low is -5. And, oh, look at that low depth. There we go. And look how blurry I am now. I'm a blur. Anyways, so, and also we have developers in Australia. We have developers in Lisbon, Portugal. And then I have the time for Toronto there. So I get to see that in Australia right now, it's 1:31 p.m. In Lisbon, it's 3:31 a.m. And then here it's 10:30. So, but yeah, I want to create like a watch face like that with our data. I think that would be really cool. So we want to do an Apple Watch. Is that only an Apple Watch, says Smith? I think so. I know there's Fitbits and all the other. There's a lot of other smartwatches out there, and I think they can do that kind of stuff as well too.
Yeah, I think Samsung's a pretty popular one too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we want to definitely get on the smartwatches. We want to get a widget for Android devices and for iOS devices. We also want to launch the website version of the app, which we've been. It's been also on, and we want to launch in the U.S. as well too, because there's so many people in the U.S. who are like, we want to use your app, and we're like, yeah, we got to do some. We need to improve our weather warnings down there. So we do have weather warnings for the U.S., but they're a couple minutes behind, and we're called instant weather. So I'm like, we can't launch there until the alerts are as fast as they're in Canada. So yeah, so there's that. So there's lots and lots and lots of stuff that we are. Are we talking about weather or are we talking about watches? Just to clarify, we're talking about watches right now, but weather on watches. And we also need to talk about the weather watches that have been issued by Environment Canada as well too, I think. And yes. Anyway, Andrea, yeah, we're just talking about watches and all the stuff that. Tom says Toronto is slanged for Trana. Yeah, Toronto. That makes sense for sure. Yes, we're talking about weather watches, weather and watches, and weather warnings too. Not just watches, but warnings. And watching the weather, says Shelby. That's correct. All of those things. All of those things. Eric coming in with a seriously, can we focus on the storm? I thought that's what the stream is supposed to be about. A lot of people are asking about conditions, and you guys just keep rambling. Well, we don't have a script, so all we ever do is ramble.
It's after 10 o'clock.
And it's after 10 o'clock. We've been live for 1 hour and 32 minutes, so... we definitely, if you want to go back to the start of the forecast, we talked, or started the live stream. Eric, thank you for mentioning that.
Or you could go here.
We went through, or you could go there.
instantweather.ca/forecast.
That's right. Go to instantweather.ca/forecast, and you can see, you can definitely see the different maps that we've posted. We've gone through the European model, we've gone through the American model, we've gone through the Canadian model. We've answered questions about all different parts of the region. And then we just party all night, typically. So Bonnie says, love your rambling, Adam. Thank you so much. Lorna says, when is spring coming? Is meteorological spring already? But spring,
as of yesterday.
As of yesterday. But spring for Ontario is going to be, I don't know, May? April? Probably early this year. It might even be starting in March. Regina says, I think it's guitar time. So half the people are saying questions aren't being answered. And half the people are saying, it's time for me to break out my guitar and start playing some music. So, we can't please everybody, but we can please some. Ramble On, says Ryan. I don't know if that was a request. A little bit of Led Zeppelin. That's actually a really good song. I love that song. Jan says, keep on rambling. Thank you very much. If you're used to, in the summertime, when there's like tornado risk that goes on for 8 hours, I think we did an 8-hour live stream one time, and then we got cut off. Because it's an 8-hour maximum on Facebook. And then I think we came back. I don't know what our absolute... I think 8 hours is our record. Usually after about 8 hours of straight streaming and nonstop rambling.
I think we did longer than 8 hours.
I think we came back after that. Yeah, I think we had to come back after that. Susan says, great team. Thank you so much. Oh, Lorna says I'm in Alberta. By the way, Lorna, we have an Alberta page, Instant Weather Alberta. We also have Alberta Storm Watch, and we have Alberta Storm Report. So if you're in Alberta, please join our sister pages over there as well too. Pat says, "What is meteorological spring?" It just starts at different times. So meteorological spring starts March 1st. They're usually early compared to actual, like it's time for spring. But March 1st is when meteorological spring starts. I think actual, like not like everybody else, general spring. Isn't it like March 20th or something like that?
Yeah, it's when the equinox happens.
That's right.
It's like
That's right. Exactly. That's true. Juliet says, before 10 o'clock equals weather talk, after 10 o'clock equals party time. That's right. Solutions. Sing your answers to random chords, says Shelby. Hey, I can do it. I have the... do I have the drive to do that? Maybe. Where did all my... I used to have guitar picks. They all went away. Come on, guitar picks. Come back. Brendan's
I went and stole them all.
Oh, did you? Thank you. Oh my goodness. I'll put a map on so we can pretend like we're talking about the weather. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. There's weather stuff happening. It's very fancy. Let's bring that up. There we go. And everybody can see. This is your winter storm impact. It's going to be nasty. If we want to get back to the forecast, let's just, it's going to be nasty. Brennan, I think,
there's actually...
yeah, I know exactly what you're thinking.
I
was going to... Will the storm affect me? Yes, and yes. Everybody gets a storm. This is the Adam
that
Grinch
gives
meme.
me another idea.
Oh dear. Oh no. What's your other idea? I don't even want to know. Will the storm affect me? Yes. What's your other idea? You're taking too long. You're worrying me. Oh dear. Everybody wants to know. I'm worried. I'm generally worried.
Side note, my meme skills take time.
Angela says, when does this start? It depends on where you're located, but generally...
There you go.
You get a storm, and you get a storm. Everybody gets a storm. If you are... oh, no way. Beth knew. She posted this comment before you posted it. That was amazing. Wow, what a prediction, Beth. Wow, Beth should be a forecaster. Sorry, timing-wise, for most folks... Actually, I got an image for that. I got an image from Brennan. So timing-wise, most folks are going to see it start in the afternoon. Some folks are going to see it start in the evening. And, sorry, some folks in the afternoon, some folks in the evening, and everybody's getting it overnight for sure. For sure. Laura says, how's your little guy doing? He's got a pretty hacky cough now, but his fever broke. So no more fever, thank goodness. So that's good. I was waking up every 2 hours, checking his temperature while he slept by jamming the Braun thing in his ear, which somehow didn't wake him up ever, but just making sure, because I'd like check it, it would be like 37, 37, 37, and then 2 hours later it would be like 39, and I'm like, oof, okay, now obviously that's not good when it starts to spike. But anyways, yeah, he's definitely doing better. Jenna says, wind power outages. Yeah, the wind is going to be crazy. The wind is going to be 70 to 90 kilometer an hour wind gusts. Maybe isolated wind gusts that are even higher than that, but probably 90-ish is going to be the peak. And you combine that with all of the snow, power outages are possible, especially for those areas that get power outages in basically every big storm. I would say power outages are certainly possible. Carly says, I have a flight at 1 p.m. on Saturday out of Pearson. Do you think it will be canceled? Or do you think it will happen? Maybe a flight cancellation chart is needed. 1 p.m. on Saturday at Pearson? You have a chance.
No, because it's like later in the day.
Yeah, you're saying the flight will happen?
It will probably happen. Like, it won't be canceled. But if there's flights that are canceled overnight, it could cause delays, because then
that's true.
It's a backlog.
Oh no, there will be flights canceled overnight. That's guaranteed. Yeah, guaranteed. So yeah, that could cause a backlog. So yeah, it's possible it could be delayed, for sure. Angela says power out in Bancroft. You mean the power is out right now? That's probably unrelated to weather, I would think, unless there's something going on I wasn't paying attention to. But let me just double check. Do you mean, Angela, can you confirm?
Normal rural Ontario power
outages?
grid.
Yeah, Brendan knows. He lived up in Bracebridge for many years.
Oh, it was a weekly occurrence.
Oh, really? Is it that bad up there? Yeah, because all the lines are
yeah.
all the lines are above, right? Yeah, yeah. My lines are buried here in Barrie. Buried in Barrie. One time we had that really crazy ice storm. Literally the whole street near us and the plaza near us and everywhere was out. There was green flashes in the sky from power outages. We came around the corner and our street was all the power's on in our street. I'm like, are you kidding me? For sure my power's gonna be out. We came around the corner, power's on. I was like, I love the fact that our lines are buried. It's so great. Actually, I think we're on the hospital grid, which helps. So, yeah, I think they make that grid pretty intense. They bury all the lines and they make it like super, super backed up and redundant. So that is helpful. I'm just checking on Bancroft to see if anything's going on up there, but I don't think there's anything going on up there. No, there's nothing going on up there right now. So if your power is out right now, then that's just circumstantial, I would think. Melissa says, don't forget to click like on the live stream. 339 watching.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
No, Siri, why are you talking to me? Anyways, 907. IFC 973 still watching, but that's all the different pages. So again, I was going to mention this before. We're live on Twitch, we're live on LinkedIn, we're live on Twitter, we're live on Facebook, on 3 different Facebook pages. We are live on YouTube and TikTok.
What time it is?
What time is it? Is it time?
Bus cancellation time.
Chart, please. Here you go. 50 Shades of You're Going to School. Yeah, so 50 Shades of Do Your Homework.
It's probably not a good idea to mix that with school.
No, probably that's a good point. Brendan, are you what does gray mean, Brendan? Does it mean people should do their homework, or can you clarify?
It means I need to go get a shot right now.
On a weekday. Oh, wait, hold on a second. You can't hear my guitar because I've got artificial intelligence blocking it out. Guys, taking over. Oh, I'm supposed to answer people's questions in musical. The gray means you're going to school. Anyways, okay. 1 second here. Will Keswick get hit hard? It doesn't look great. Keswick is definitely in the highest impact.
I think we have a meme for that. There we go.
Yes. Will the storm affect me? Yes, yes, yes.
I think we need a disclaimer because unless you're in like North Bay, you're gonna get the storm.
I just wrote this right now, and it's amazing, by the way. I need to record that. I just wrote it right now. I love when that happens. Anyways, let's see here. Don't you know internet safety, Adam? Telling people where you live. Yeah, I live in Barrie, near the hospital. That is all. I live in Canada. That's it. That's all I'm telling you guys. Just Canada. No, I don't care. I live near the hospital. It's no big deal. It's all good. No biggie. Let's see here. Yes, Princess Jessie says, I only watch for the chance of music. That's cool.
Do we need a
Abdul
Adam
says
things forecast?
Abdul says it's not Barry Adam, it's B dot. Yeah, that's right. I called it B dot. So Sarah says, I love that riff. Is it a chord? Yeah, it's kind of like a D and also an E. It's like an E over D. Yeah, I gotta turn that into a song. I like it a lot. It'd be hard to sing it right now because I'd have to practice for sure. Victoria says, Barry, hospital, I'm coming. Just coming to hang out. Let's all hang out in the snow. Let's see here. Whoa, Lindsay coming in with Adam. Do you know any 3 Days Grace? I saw them when they were a 3-piece in Barrie downtown. My wife and I saw them when they were a 3-piece, and it was early on in their career. And we saw them another time too. They opened for like Evanescence in Toronto, but they're so good. They were so good live. I like the new singer as well too, but I love the original singer. He's amazing. He's just the raspiest voice I've ever heard in my life. There's the Brendan. You know the song. It's I hate everything about you. It's a nice catchy tune. It's a great. If you know that song.
I do not.
Oh, you don't know that song? It's a popular one. Juliet says, wait, instant weather meetup? Yeah, we should do an instant weather meetup. I'd be down. I'm down for sure.
At the hospital.
At the hospital. Melissa says, OMG, yes, 3 Days Grace. Yeah, he's got a ripping voice. It's crazy. Amazing Person 3409 coming in with the next one. GFS and the Euro models hinting at another winter storm around Tuesday.
That's just what I wanted.
Abdul says, IW meetup, but we're wearing all gray. Everybody wears gray. Play Our Lady Peace. Ooh, if my voice is warmed up, I do a little. Are you worried that you're not liked? How long till you break? You're happy cause you smile. How much can you fake? I like that song. It's a good one. Let's see here. The Sound of Silence, please. I don't know if that's a request or or if you're telling me to stop singing. Let me see here. Commander Branford says, instant weather. So I missed whether you're doing a live stream regarding the storm, maybe on Saturday? Yeah, I mean, we could probably start it. We could probably do a late night tomorrow. I think that'd be cool. That would be actually pretty fun. Oh, Trish says Green Day. Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I'm one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. Ooh, I'm probably peeking there. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just stoned? Hey, hey. Grasping to control. So I better hold on. Better hold on. Better hold. I better hold on. Hey, hey, hey. That's fun. A little bit of Green Day there for you. Yeah. Snow Day, Green Day starts in the spring. Darlene says, okay, well, time to leave again. Sorry, Darlene. I sing some songs sometimes. I like to sing some songs. It's a thing I do. Usually at the end of the stream. It happens. Margaret says, oh, cool. Blizzard possible for me, just like this time in March 1985 when the 401 was closed for 3 days. I will stay in and safe, but not with any labor this time. Oh, wow, that must have been intense. Sorry, let me just rewind a little bit here. You're saying in March of 1985, there was a crazy blizzard?
I know where you're going with this.
You know where I'm going with this. I'm always looking for analogs to the
I was thinking about
1985
that too. Once I thought that, I was like,
tornado outbreak. So in 1980, for those who don't know, May 31st, 1985 was probably the most prolific and horrifying tornado outbreak in Ontario's history. Does that mean because there's a blizzard tomorrow that there's going to be that again? absolutely not. But that's crazy. I mean, the derecho from last
Oh
year,
God, not the D word.
the D word. It was the most fatal storm since 1985. So the idea that every 15 or 30 years we're going to get a storm of that magnitude. There was 12 fatalities in 1985. There was 11 fatalities from the derecho. So, I mean, it's hard to say that that wasn't like the storm of the 30-decade window that was equivalent. But yeah, but I mean, if we ever do get a storm like that again, it would be ridiculous. Chris says, I watched that Barry tornado from the backseat of my car as a 12-year-old. What did it look like, Chris? Because I've heard it was rain-wrapped, so you could only see like a wall of rain. But even with a rain-wrapped tornado, once the wall of rain passes, you would actually be able to see the funnel. So, Chris, let us know. Do you remember seeing an actual funnel?
Wasn't there a picture that came out recently? Like you?
Oh, that was, yeah, but that was just like it was just the shelf. And I was trying to like analyze the bottom to say, was this dark thing under it? Was it maybe the tornado? But, you know, is hard to say. Everything went black/green. Yeah. Yes. Jennifer says, how many years will it be since the May 31st, 1985 Barry tornado? So 85, 95, 05, 15, 25. So in 2025, it'll be 40 years. So it's 2023. So it's like not. Hold on a second here. Oh, I'm turning 40 and I was born in 83. So it will be 38.
38, yeah.
38. JJ says, yeah, is this going to be like the storm we called in the Army for in 1991? Maybe. I don't know. Faith says, that was some nice new math. There's newer math than that. This was me having bad math and just counting by tens. But anyways, yeah.
When it's also almost 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I literally count on my hand by tens. My brother has the math degree, not me. Not me. Oh, Adam, I just recently found out that a photo I took was a storm that produced an EF0 in Sarnia, August of 2022. Oh, wow. Can you send that to us, please? Love to see it. Definitely put it in the NTP database for historical tornadoes. Yeah, so EF0 in Sarnia of August of 2022. Interesting. I think I remember that. Yeah, Canadian Milo, please email that to us. help@instantweather.ca, please. I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. I think I can. I think you can too. Please do. Abdul says, Adam, quick update on the Canadian model before the stream comes to a close. Did the Canadian model update? Hold on. Oh, there is a bit of 0Z. Oh, it is updated. It looks less in the snowfall in 10-1. Hold on, let me flip over to it. Thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate that. Let's jump over to it. We're still doing weathery stuff. Some weathery stuff. The 10-1 looks way less in snowfall. Only showing 4 inches for Barrie. Wow, that's way less. But that's 10-1. So let's go to Kuchera, which we think might be a little bit more accurate for this one. And Kuchera. Wow, the Canadian. And again, this is the low resolution Canadian model.
Yeah, I don't think the high
HRDPS
resolution is in yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. It's looking. Yeah, it definitely has the heavier bands, like more further south.
You know what I should do, Ryan? I should go on Chat GPT and ask it to write a song about this storm and then put chords to it. What do you think? Who wants me to randomly do that right now? I'm gonna go. That's it. We're doing this. We're doing this right now. If you don't know what Chat GPT is, it's the new super popular artificial intelligence chat thing that's freaking everybody out, and it can like literally write a song in 4 seconds. So, Leanne says, "Adam, call Amanda down for a duet." She probably would say no, but it would be awesome. Sounds fun. Love Chat GPT. Sarah says, I lived on Browning Trail. Wow, I used to live in Letitia. Interesting. I lived off of Browning Trail in Letitia. Verify that I'm a human. Why is a robot asking me to verify that I'm a human? Log in. How come I'm not logged in already? Come on. Yeah, they have a premium version now, so I don't know. Oh, here we go. Okay. Please write a song about... Here, I'm going to bring it. If I can bring it up. Maybe I can take off my overlays. Let me see here. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Oh, why is it so unzoomed? Hold on, let me see. I'll just do it on the browser. No, it's not going to work. It's going to be brutal. Maybe I do it like this. Nope. It's going to be awful. I have to readjust it here. I can do it, I think. Is this all for naught? Oh, that's fine. Okay, please write a song about this winter storm that has the potential to be a blizzard in southern Ontario.
You should probably paste my forecast into it before.
Saturday. Oh, yeah. That's not a bad idea. Give it a lot of context. Let's just see what it comes up with here. Verse 1. Hold on a second. I gotta... hold on a second. I can do this. Verse 1. Oh, I've got this all cropped out. 1 second here. There we go. Oh my goodness. It's pretty... Oh, there we go. Let's see if I can do it right about there. There we go. Cool. Okay, verse 1. So I said, please write a song about this winter storm that has the potential to be a blizzard in southern Ontario on Friday and Saturday. Verse 1. The winds are... Oh, no pressure. Oh dear, this better be good. The winds are howling, the snow is falling down. The temperature is dropping, it's getting colder all around. The storm is brewing, it's coming away. Has the potential to be a blizzard on this winter day. I know, that was a terrible chord change. Yeah. Oh, this winter storm, it's causing such a fright, yeah. We're batting down the hatches, trying to hold on tight. It's pretty good. The snow is piling up, the winds are getting strong. This winter storm, it's been coming on all day long. Thanks, ChatGPT. That's pretty good. We'll leave it at a verse and a chorus. I'll read the second verse for you here though. This is like so much as a bridge. The streets are empty. The schools have closed their doors. We're staying safe and warm while the storm it roars. The snowplows are out trying to clear the way, but the snow keeps coming on this winter day. The chorus is, oh, this winter storm's oh, you already heard the chorus. The bridge is, the fire's burning bright as we watch the snowfall. We're grateful for our shelter as the storm takes its toll. We're waiting for the morning, hoping it'll be all right. But for now, we'll stay inside on this winter night. This is not... And there's an outro. As the night wears on, we'll listen to the storm, hoping that it passes soon and we'll all be safe and warm. We'll wait it out and pray for the best. This winter storm, it's put us all to the test. Wow. Chat GPT, let's go. Let's go.
That's actually really impressive.
It's really impressive. It wrote it in 4 seconds. All right, I got to save this. Definitely saving this. I should probably turn this into a song. My goodness. Oh, Jesse's did his own version, I think. Oh, maybe, or did he copy paste it? I don't know. That's amazing. That's pretty brilliant. Isn't that crazy? A robot wrote that in 2 seconds. I first want to welcome our robot overlords and let them know that I will sing whatever they want. Let's see here. Thanks, Abdul, for letting us know about the Canadian model. Yeah, the Canadian model looks... the robots are getting smarter. Yeah, for sure. Tasha says, at least it's not the Backstreet Boys. By the way, I can say, can you rewrite the song in the style of Backstreet Boys? And it will do it. I'm not going to do that. Let's see here. Should sing it like Johnny Cash, says Daryl. I could actually say rewrite this in the style of Johnny Cash, and it would probably be pretty good. Here, I'm doing that right now. Rewrite this in the style of Johnny Cash. It'll do it. It's insane. Oh, it simplified it. Oh, it really piling up. It totally did the same song, but it's a lot more like country piling up, causing such a fright. That's crazy. It just basically put IN at the end of everything. Causing, listening to the storm. Wow, it rewrote the exact same song, but it made it Johnny Cash-ish. That's pretty funny. That's amazing. I hear the storm a-coming. Yeah, exactly, Chantal. That's right. All right. I think it's getting pretty close to the end of the old stream at a demony. But it's been a good time. Thanks for hanging out with us all this time. I should probably play maybe another song or something. Hold on. What is this? Hold on a second. Sarah Henderson, he was the weatherman for the new VR news and now CTV Barry. Who are we talking about? You're talking about the... Wait, who? Who? It wasn't me. I don't think you're talking about me. It's rolling around the bend. I ain't seen... I should say it's rolling around Grand Bend. I ain't seen the green grass since I don't know when. Yeah, that's a good one. Sing a song from the New Kids on the Block, says Tasha. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, Rio. I always do the Weird Al Yankovic version. What's in the middle? The white stuff. You know, there's a Weird Al Yankovic version of that. I don't know if Brennan knows. Brennan looks like he's going to pass out soon. I can see him. None of you can, but I can see him.
I'm in the background lurking.
Oh, this is interesting feedback. Rhonda says, thanks for creating an event to give us a heads up for the live stream. We can't always do that, but that was Brennan's idea, and I thought that was pretty cool. The only reason I sometimes don't want to do that is if like something happens where all of a sudden we can't stream, then it just causes disappointment on our end and on your end and everybody's end. But in this particular case, it worked out. But yeah, there's and then Jennifer, yeah, rest in peace to Bob McIntyre. Five or more years since Bob McIntyre passed away. Yeah, he's amazing. R.I.P. to Bob. Bob in the garden. Yes. Jan says Blue Rodeo. I kind of learned a song recently, but I don't know how good I'm going to sing it. But I might be able to play it. Cherise says, how much will Toronto see before 11:30?
AM or PM? I would assume PM.
I think PM. Because if it's before 11:30 AM tomorrow, Zippo. Maybe a little bit of flurries. But
let me see.
Manisa coming in with, I hope I pronounced that right, coming in with a super chat. That was very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Melissa coming in with a wish you were here. I think I remember to play wish you were here. Can you put up the timing chart again? Friends is supposed to fly into Pearson at 5 p.m., Sarah? I'll put up the timing chart here. One sec. Was it 5 p.m. tomorrow? And for... Yeah, it's already going to start... It's going to be beginning to get nasty. I don't know if... I don't know if it'll be too intense.
Yeah. That's probably like just before the worst of it starts. Like probably around like 7 to 8. It's like the heaviest.
Yeah, I would think. Michelle Lupa says, thanks, Adam and Brennan. You make your live streams informative and a whole lot of fun. 51 Shades of Grey. Drink up, Brennan. Oh, dear. Yeah, don't tell him that.
I actually do have a shot for the end of the live stream.
Oh, you got it. Yes. Well, we know the kids are asleep by now, so hey, what can you do? Let's see here. This is interesting. Courtney says, why does some weather reports show no snow tomorrow, and you report snow tomorrow for Windsor? I'm confused by that. So Windsor is going to be, it's going to start off rain. It's going to be a lot of ice pellets, and you may get 10 to 20 centimeters after the ice pellets. But if the ice pellets, we have a stipulation on our forecast map that if the ice pellets, and I'll bring that up right now, if the ice pellets are prevalent for a long, long time, then it's possible that your 10 to 20 centimeters is going to be a lot less for Windsor. So, but it's possible that you could have quite a bit of ice pellets, like centimeters of ice pellets. So it's going to be really interesting, which is, I don't know if you've ever driven through that, but it's horrifying. It's brutal. So,
I think the simplified version of the conditions tomorrow is just bad all around.
Yeah.
No matter what precipitation type you get.
It's not going to be nice. It's an interesting question. Abdul coming in with a nice controversial question. We've had a very late start to winter and back-to-back snow and ice storms. Can we write this year off as abnormal winter? Not really. It's just an active season. Or can we attribute this directly to climate change? Trying to connect climate and weather together and say this storm is because of climate change. It's insanely really difficult and impossible. You can say that if the climate is potentially changing, could that maybe make storms more frequent? But to say like one individual storm would or would not have happened
storms
because of
that are more likely to be connected to that. Like, for example, hurricanes are directly connected to like the warmth of the ocean, and with climate change, the oceans are getting warmer and generally
but it's
leads
still
to stronger storms.
I know,
but
it's
it's hard to
like,
say.
You can't directly connect them. So the idea of can you directly connect the climate to one individual storm there's a lot of
especially with winter-related storms.
And winter too. But I mean, there's a lot of debate and controversy, and it's a very, very difficult topic to say this is because of that. It's to say that. So climate is one thing, and weather is kind of another thing. They are related. Of course, they are connected. But to say one is directly connected to another one is tricky. It's really tricky, and it's something we typically don't. We just avoid. We like to talk about the weather. One day if we start instant climate, that'll be a different situation. But we like to pretty much just talk about the weather. That's what we do best. That's what we try to stick to. The controversial stuff is tricky. It's tricky, and you know what? To be fair, it's not our field of expertise. So we like to stick to the weather. The weather. All right, I'm gonna play one song for you. And then we'll shut down the stream. Deal, Brennan?
Deal. Then I'll put my map of gray up and take a shot.
That works. I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focused on the pain, the only thing that's real. The needle tears a hole, the old familiar sting tried to kill it all away, but I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end, and you could have it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down
right here. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end, and you could have it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down. I will make you hurt. If I could start again, a million miles away, I would keep myself. I would find a way.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you kindly. Thanks, Brennan, for rocking these awesome maps. Join us on the live stream. Thank you to Lan as well, too, for all her help. Thank you to Chris for the super sticker. Appreciate that, Chris. Thank you kindly. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. A little bit of, a lot of people think that's Johnny Cash. Originally, Trent Reznor, Nine Inch Nails, but covered by Johnny Cash. And then Trent Reznor said once he saw the music video, he realized that it wasn't his song anymore. It was actually Johnny Cash's song now. So pretty cool stuff. But yeah, thank you so much.
While you
everyone.
were singing, we got a comment. Are you guys doing a snow day protector? So you know what time it is.
You know what time it is. Oh dear.
It's the gray map.
It's the gray map. Brennan's
of
going to take
gray.
a shot. And Melissa, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much, everyone, for super chats, for sending stars on Facebook, for subscribing to the app to remove ads and extend radar. Please download the free app, by the way, instantweatherapp.com. Brennan, you going to do a shot right on the stream?
Yeah, right
This is
here.
good. This is good for the kids in the replay. Oh, dear heavens. Oh, my
Malibu.
goodness. Oh, Malibu. Oh, dear. That's great. That's yeah.
That actually wasn't
Kids-
as bad.
Kids, don't watch this. Oh, dear. Brennan taking shots right on the stream. That's a first. That's a good one. So that's awesome. Oh, dear.
The first
great.
of many.
We just lost 40,000 community members. Anyway, that's okay. These things happen. No, I'm just kidding. But thanks, Brennan. Appreciate all your help. Huge thanks. Everybody give a round of applause for Brennan. Yeah, putting up with the great questions and it's being awesome in general.
Well, it
And,
had a
all his
reward at the
efforts.
end.
That's true. It had a reward. Lana said, "Hey, Adam, just want to say thank you for all the great job you're doing keeping us safe. These storms, even in the summer, since watching your lives through bad storms, you have helped me stay calmer. Thanks." So thank you so much, Lana. I appreciate it. Thank you kindly to Lana and her son. I know she's been messaging us for many years, and we appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. All your kind words. Devium on Twitch and Sue on Facebook and Special Task Force NHL official videos on YouTube. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you kindly. Have yourself a good night. Tomorrow's going to be a pretty nasty storm. We may live stream tomorrow night. We're not guaranteeing anything, but we may go live to talk about what's happening because it's going to be pretty brutal. So just to share your reports and all that kind of stuff and make sure.
Or
everybody
maybe I'll
stays
go
safe. So
live solo and just do shots.
Brennan's just going to do shots for 12 hours straight until he needs to be taken away by ambulance. But that's going to be tricky tomorrow with the current conditions that we're expecting. So chances are it's better for Brennan to stay somewhat sober so he doesn't have to be carried away with alcohol poisoning. You're not far. You could walk to St. Mike's, couldn't you, from where you are? Or how far are you from the
Well,
hospital
I
down
wouldn't
there?
suggest walking during a
No, walking
snowstorm
would
in
be-
Toronto,
Yeah, that would be a bad idea. Yeah.
especially if
I
I'm
think
hammered.
No, I would say you should probably stay relatively sober so we can live
Stay
stream.
relatively sober.
Relatively sober, and we'll be. Brennan get booze early, says Chantal. Yeah, exactly. That's the idea. So it's gonna be storm chips and storm drinks.
My mom's coming in the comments. No shots.
Oh, is that your mom?
Yeah.
There's Brennan's mom. Hey, hi, Brennan's mom.
She's
That's
watching her
awesome.
son get drunk at work.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, can't do it at every job. That's right. That's right. For sure. Let's see here. Trip to the pharmacy to pick up the liquid charcoal first, says Melissa. Oh my goodness. All right. Oh dear heavens. Kelly coming in with a $3.99 super chat. Appreciate it, Kelly. Thank you so much. That is very kind of everyone. Define relatively sober, says Aiden. Oh, we both clicked on that at the same time. That's fine. Define relatively sober. Sober, so you'd have to be carried away in an ambulance would be a good idea. But anyways, all right. Thank you so much, everyone. Have yourself a wonderful night. We may stream tomorrow. We'll see. But thanks, Brennan. Thanks, Solana. Thanks, everybody on the team. Teresa and Miranda and Liam and Patricia and Lindsay and everybody on the team. I'm forgetting Dave. And there's so many people on the team that are awesome. But anyways, Cole, of course. And yeah. If I missed your name, my bad. Harry, Mike. Everybody on the team's amazing. And everybody in this wonderful community is great. And thank you so much.
You have like rolling credits at the end.
Oh, rolling credits. That would be cool. That would be cool. That would take, we have so many people on the team that would take up 10 minutes of just rolling credits. It'd be good. It'd be good to do that, but also be good to like, for people that like, I think it'd be a good idea for people that donate too. Like maybe like put their name up, maybe just like with like the last initial. So they, we keep it somewhat anonymous, but it would be really nice to do that as well too for all the people that donate. If you want to donate, you go to instantweather.ca/donations. Thank you. Brandon's going to put it up.
There we go.
instantweather.ca/donations. Thank you to all those who've done it. It's a one-time donation thing. You don't have to do it, of course. We just try to put out everything we can as free as we possibly can. We're towing the line doing that, but it makes sense, and it's to our values it makes sense. So we want to do that as much as we can. So if you want to support what we do and keep our forecast free and keep the app free and all that stuff, we appreciate the donation. So thank you to all those who have donated and all those who would consider it. So we really sincerely appreciate it. And another super sticker coming in from Charlene. Speaking of donations, thank you so much, Charlene. Appreciate that. Thank you kindly. Yeah, that's amazing. So, hold on, I gotta address this. Traverse says, have to admit the new update really screwed up this app. Really? 676? Like 99% of people are saying it's a really solid update. Traverse, can you send us an email, please? help@instantweather.ca and let us know what's going on. It might just be your particular device. There's so many different Android devices. Like, Apple is so easy to develop for because you put out an update for Apple and it just works on every Apple device. You put out an update for Android and like 14% of the devices have this weird bug and like 20% of devices like have this thing where like the play button, it's like this, Android is so tricky to develop for because there's so many devices. I swear, literally, I will show you a screenshot. When we go to push an Android update, it says this app is going to be available on 13,742 different devices. And it's like, there's just so many different devices. It's really, really hard to develop for. So Chantel says, need an IW snow stick. We were so close to getting them produced. Teresa had worked really, really hard to get them produced. And then it turns out they're going to come from Europe and take like months to get here. And we're like, so we're trying to find another option.
Winter.
Yeah, we're gonna like work on it for sure this summer, and we're gonna have them for next winter so that you can like take a picture with like instant weather. I think we should get them custom printed because the stuff we can find is like these like really small.
And
things.
Shameless plug, we're probably gonna have merch very soon.
We should totally do. Yeah,
once the weather quiets down, and I can work on merch.
Yeah, we need cool shirts though, like the gray forecast map and like what does gray mean, or 51 Shades of Gray, or something like that.
There was a comment.
Really funny stuff.
Just said until he grays out.
Until he grays out. Yeah, I know. He's wearing gray, so he's already got that going for him. But Traverse.
We need shot glasses too.
Oh,
that's a good idea.
Oh dear. We're getting that.
I think Printify has shot glasses. So
I swear, for the first 10 years we were family friendly, and now we're just going off the deep end.
You're welcome.
But Traverse McDonald, please send me an email. It's help@instantweather.ca. Let us know what device you're using. Give me a screenshot or a video of what's happening with your device if you can. And we'll figure it out, and we'll try to tackle that. So we're pretty solid about taking care of all the little nuances with all the different devices. It just takes time. So thank you so much, everybody. Have yourself a wonderful night. We'll talk to you very soon. I'm gonna go check on my little guy. Make sure he still has no fever, but cross your fingers, it should be pretty good. But thanks, everyone. Take care of yourselves. We'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.